Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you're watching this video from. My name is Bearable King, and once again, you're welcome to our Bearable channel, where we would be analyzing British pounds, American dollar for the 20th week in year 2024. How was your previous week? I hope you were profitable. Mine was good, and I thank God for life, right? So today, as usual, I would be sharing a word, right, with us. And the reason why this word is actually important in this time is because, you know, there are sometimes you start something and you'd want to give up, but this word is here to encourage you, especially for forex traders. You get most of the time you start trading, and while you're trading, the market is beating you, and you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm tired. Let me just give up. Let me give in, you know. But I just want to share this word with you, and the word is from Proverbs 22, chapter 22, verse 29. And it says, see a man that is diligent in his business, he would stand before kings, he won't stand before mere men or mean men. Basically, what this is saying is if you're going to be successful in life, if you're going to achieve anything in life, at some point in time, you would need to be diligent. Okay? Now, when we talk about being diligent, it means being careful, being deliberate, being hardworking towards a goal, towards a mission. It doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes, right? It doesn't mean you're not going to have losses. But what it simply means is you're not going to give up till you achieve that goal you need to achieve. And I think this skill, being diligent, is actually a skill that is required when it comes to trading, because there are some days you won't feel like trading. There are some days that the market will beat you into submission, but you just need to learn how to stand. You need to learn how to come back the next day with a fresh mind, with optimism, with a goal that you become successful in trading. So, am I speaking to someone who is tired of trading? Am I speaking to someone who feels, what's the word, dejected in trading? Like, I've been trading for a long time, I'm not making money, maybe I should just quit. I'm telling you today, that person will quit. He that gives up is the person that has fucked up. Okay, so let's go straight into the chart today. So the um this is the daily chart, right, on British pounds, American dollar. And last week we spoke about the market tapping here, which happened on Friday. Now, see what happened on Monday. We had a similar shooting star, then a bearish engulfing candlestick, then a wick below and a bullish engulfing candlestick. Then this closed as a doji. Now, there's something I'll need you to understand about dojis. Dojis are indecision candles, meaning that the market could go up or the market could go down. All right. So why is this important? It's very important because I believe that the market would usually tend to move from areas of imbalances to areas of imbalances. What does this mean? When you have, let's say, a demand zone, right, and a supply zone, the market is either going to move to the supply zone or the demand zone, right? So, for example, we have this gap up here, and down here, right, we have another gap here. Two things can happen, right? Remember that I said that Friday closed as an indecision candle, meaning that this market can either do what, from here, run up or run down, right? But I personally am looking at this chart, what, because I'm expecting, the market came from down here, pulled up here, ranged a bit, right, broke out of this range and pulled up into this zone. You can see that it has closed this gap, even though it didn't enter this order block or supply zone, whatever you want to call it. It didn't enter this zone. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting that this market would most likely continue the bearish move next week, right? This is my personal expectation. Now, when the price gets into the zone, I now want to see if the market will do what? Break down or do what? Bounce up from here. So for me, I'm still waiting for the market to come into this zone first before I determine what I'm going to do next. So for next week, the same way last week, I mentioned that we're going to be bearish, and we're bearish for the best part. So I'm still expecting to see what the market will do around here. Now remember, if you don't know what we're expecting on the higher time frame, go and watch the breakdown for the beginning of the year, then watch the last 4 videos, because I can't keep explaining the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? Now we'll go to the 4-hour time frame. Now this is what I marked on the 4-hour time frame, and I mentioned that because we had a gap here, right? We had an engulfing candlestick that tapped into this breaker block zone. I mentioned that the market was meant to sell down to this area of interest, right? It was meant to sell down to this area of interest, which is this area here. You can see it's 1.2357. Now here as well, we have what? 1.2357, somewhere around here. So I'm expecting that this market is going to come down into this point. But as you know, it's one thing to speculate that you're expecting something from the market. It's another thing for the market to do what you're expecting. Now, why am I saying this? In as much as I'm speculating that the market is going to do A, B, C, D, right? I need to still see confirmations during the live market before I actually trade the market. Okay, so let me take this out. Right now, what we've had is we had the market from here. Let me start from here. The market came down here, right? Pushed up here, came down here, pushed up here, came down here, right? And then did what? Pushed up here. Now from here, what happened? The market now created a new low, lower than this point, right? So what am I expecting? I'm expecting the market to probably pull up to somewhere around here, right? And then from here, come down here. Then from here, we will now see the market move upwards, okay? Now, if you're going to trade any system, don't trade with just one confluence. Have at least 1, 2, 3 confluences, right? So if I'm going to mark areas of supply in this chart, we have one here, right? As you can see, the market, there's a small gap here. Let me zoom in a bit. As you can see in this chart here, there is a small gap here. You can see that this candlestick didn't touch up here, right? And initially we had what? We had another gap here that has been like fulfilled. You understand? So two things can happen, right? In as much as we're expecting the market to be bullish or bearish, sorry, in as much as I'm expecting the market to be bearish, there is a probability that one, the market may still push up a bit before coming down, or the market from here can either just break below this level, right, and then do what? Come down here. Then from here, we would be looking for a reversal setup to take a long-term swing buy. Okay, so this is my expectation this week. Let me see. So this week would be 12th to 18th. Okay, so this is Friday. So we have news on Thursday, building permits. All right, we have core inflation year on year. That's around 130 on what? Wednesday. Okay, then we have Powell's speech on Tuesday, and month on month price performance index on Tuesday, and we have unemployment rate on Tuesday, which simply means that if I'm looking at it, we have news, but maybe one would really move the market, but then it's just me speculating, right? So that said, I would be looking for an opportunity to sell this market, and the reason why I'm selling is because on the 4 hour time frame, there is a bottom level we're expecting the market to get to, right? Remember, remember, as I did explain, the price is here. You can see there's a nice rejection here. And where is the next support if this market is going to come down? It is somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here. Now, if you're looking at somewhere around here, then on this time frame, which is the next lower time frame here, you can see here that what the market has created a new low, even though it's just a week. You see this week that you're looking at on another time frame is actually a candlestick setup here, breaking out and then pushing upwards, right? So what I will be looking out for this week would be a reversal on the lower time frame to sell this market down, and then from this area I'll be looking for a swing buy to the upper side. So till next week, remain diligent. I implore you to stand and keep showing up every day. And hopefully by one day, everything that you've dreamed of achieving in trading would become your reality. Till next week, I remain Bearable King. Remain blessed and have a profitable week ahead. Bye bye.